We've started a new year, and your sales representatives have new goals. And goals are good generally, but this is a tough year for sales goals. I'm Dr. Bill Connerly. I connect the dots between the economy and business decisions. This topic of sales goals is especially important in January 2021 when I'm recording this because the economic outlook is very uncertain. Now, I'm trained as an economist. I have a lot of experience forecasting the economy, but I'm not sure whether the acceleration of growth happens in the spring, the summer, or the fall. And I'm not sure what the magnitude of that growth acceleration will be. Will we be stuck in our old habits, our pandemic habits, or will cabin fever lead us to go out and do a lot of spending? It's a little bit up in the air. So the traditional sales goals make a lot less sense now. Many sales goals are made by sales managers who expect the market for your goods or services to do something, but it is hard for those managers to form an accurate expectation. You want a goal that's attainable, maybe with a lot of work, so it could be a stretch goal, but if the goal is way too high, everybody gets discouraged. If the goal is way too low, people hit the goal by May and then take the summer off. A good goal is based on a good forecast, and this is a tough time to have a good forecast. I, as an experienced forecaster, don't have a lot of confidence in my forecast right now. A sales manager who is sure what the market is going to do, the market for goods and services is going to do, well, that sales manager is deluded. Then other companies, the sales goals come from on top. So the senior executives have like a total profit goal for the year. And then the chief financial officer works through the numbers and says, in order for our profit goal to be here, our sales have to be there. But those goals frequently are not anchored to a good view of what's possible. They are just what the corporate suite would like to achieve. Neither of those are going to work in an uncertain environment. So I would suggest thinking about activity goals. So a sales goal is a dollar amount. You sold X dollars of this product. But an activity goal is based on the funnel idea where you have like a lot of calls. And then some of those calls lead to meetings. And some of those meetings lead to proposals. And some of those proposals are accepted and you have a sales. The steps vary from organization to organization. But the idea is you have to make the calls. You have to have the meetings. You got to write out proposals or whatever your organization does. This might be a good time for sales activity goals rather than dollar sales, but activity goals have a problem. So Fred likes to procrastinate on the activity goals, but he knows that if he starts the last couple of days of the month, he can make all the calls that he needs to make to hit his goals. So that sounds good. Except one of those calls is a hot prospect, and the hot prospect wants more information that's going to take Fred some time to develop. So what should Fred do? Keep focusing on the activity goals of making more calls, or actually work the hot prospect to get the sale? Well, you know the answer to that. But anytime salespeople are incented to do certain things, they learn how to work the system. So a sales activity goal by itself will generate sales activity, and some sales will come through just because the activity generates the sales, but it's not the best thing. So you might think about a dollar goal with a secondary activity goal, and reps who do not meet their sales goal because like the whole market is weak get some compensation based upon hitting the activity levels. But it also makes you wonder, do you need these goals at all? How about some kind of commission or bonus system where you don't have a threshold, you just more sales mean more compensation? The challenge is that we as human beings do a lot better with our goals. But January 2021 is a great time to rethink your goals, because I think there are many organizations that will set very poor goals, either clearly unattainable or clearly too easy. A good strategy would be to watch carefully, and I mean like weekly or monthly, and adjust the goals. Keep them stretch, but keep them realistic, and that's going to require regular updates as the economy goes on. I'd appreciate your thoughts on this. If you're involved in sales goals, either as a sales rep or a manager or a senior executive, put a comment in here. I'd love to hear what you have to say. I'm Dr. Bill Connerly, and thanks for listening.